Welcome back to the BYWL for the first annual BYWL 2020 draft. Before we start, if you haven't seen the last video, which was the pre-draft video, that video is pretty important for this video, so if you want to go watch that video, click the card up there. That video is very good and will help you understand more what's going on in this video. It goes over the rules, who the captains are, and you also get a sneak peek at the jerseys. So, yes. So let's get started. So all the captains are here, and basically we're going to be showing the first 2 rounds of the draft, which is the first 16 picks. The rest of the picks will be shown at the end of the video with their captains and teams. Last thing before we start the video, there's going to be an announcement at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned to the end, and let's get started. Here is the order of when everyone will be drafting in the first 2 rounds, and let's head to the first pick. K. Thomas has the first pick, and he is on the clock.
With the first pick in the BYWL draft, I will be selecting Tyler Acey.
Kate has selected Tyler with the first overall pick. The next pick goes to Michael Mita, and Michael, you're on the clock.
All right. With the second pick in the BYWL draft, I will be selecting Logan Downey.
Logan Downey has been selected by the Islanders, and Michael, the next pick goes to Seamus Comer, the Bulldogs. Seamus, you're on the clock.
Thank you, CEO. With the third pick in the BYWL draft, the BYWL Bulldogs select Alex the Thomases from Cole Middle School.
Alex Thomas has been picked by the Bulldogs. He is taken off the board. Next pick goes to me and the Knights. The Knights will be selecting Blake Lukens with the 4th pick. All right, the next pick is the 6th pick. Jack Gillet's Grizzlies. You're on the clock.
Okay, I will be drafting Ryan Sheeran.
The Grizzlies has selected Ryan Sheeran. The next pick goes to Will Cavanaugh and the Wizards. Will, you're on the clock.
With the 6th overall pick in the BYWL draft, the Wizards would be honored to select Dylan Lynch.
Selected Dylan Lynch. The next pick goes to Sean Ginelli, and the Sharks, you're on the clock.
With the 7th pick of the BYWL draft, I will be selecting Noah McParland. Strike 3!
All right, Noah McParland has been taken by the Sharks. He's off the board. The next pick will be going to the Panthers and Christian Butera. Christian, you're on the clock.
Okay, Ryan. With the 8th overall pick in the BYWL draft, I will be selecting Levi Burden.
Here's a quick intermission for a quick announcement. For the 2020 season, the BYWL will be having National League and American League divisions. They will matter towards the playoffs and standings, and I will be announcing what teams are in what divisions at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned, and let's get back to the video. that wraps up the first round of the draft. Now we're entering to the second round of the draft, and it's a snake draft, so Christian gets another pick. Christian and the Panthers, you're on the clock.
With the 9th overall pick, I will be selecting Hank Martin.
Hank Martin has been selected 9th overall by the Panthers and Christian. The next team to pick will be the Sharks and Sean. Sean, you're on the clock.
With the 10th pick in the BYWL draft, I will be selecting Trey McAuliffe.
The Sharks have selected Trey McAuliffe. The next pick will be going to the Wizards and Will Kavanaugh. Will, you're on the clock.
With the 11th overall selection in the BYWL draft, the Wizards will be selecting Brandon Fairbanks.
The next pick will be going to Jack Drelay and the Grizzlies. Jack Drelay, you're on the clock.
With the 12th pick of the BYWL draft, I will be taking Spencer Spunk Warburton.
All right, Spencer Warburton has been selected by the Grizzlies. The next pick goes to me. The Knights will be selecting with the 13th overall pick, Ben Napoli. Alright, I selected Ben Napoli. The next pick will be going to Seamus and the Bulldogs. Seamus, you're on the clock.
Thank you, Ryan. It is with great pleasure that I announce, with the 14th pick in the draft, the BYWL Bulldogs select Anthony Colucci from Coventry.
The next pick will be going to the Islanders. And Michael, you're on the clock.
With the 15th overall pick in the BYWL draft, it is my pleasure to select Ethan Ringler.
The Islanders have selected Ethan. And the last pick in the second round will be going to Cade and the Hawks. Cade, you're on the clock.
With the last pick in the second round, I will be selecting Leo Paradise.
That was the first 2 rounds of the draft, 1 through 16. Here are the picks and what players got picked where. Now that that's over with, we're going to go fast forward to the end of the draft and look at the rosters for each team, starting with the Panthers. Okay, here's the complete Panthers roster. On the left, we have their logo, and under that is the jersey. On the right, we have the players. The players featured are Christian, Levi, Will, Singer, Hank Martin, Andrew Nikia, and Sam Iden. That is the complete roster for 2020 season. Now moving on to the Sharks roster. To start it off, we have Sean Ginelli as the captain. Then we have Trey, Jomar, Amin, Liam, and Noah. That is the complete roster for the 2020 season. Now moving on to my team. On my team, we're going to be having Blake, Jace, Hayden, Owen, Ben, and of course, me, to round off the 2020 Knights roster. Now moving on to the Bulldogs, we have Alex Thomasis, Anthony Gallucci, Harrison DeThomasis, Trent Sterner, and Javian David, to round off the 2020 roster for the Bulldogs. The next team up is going to be the Hawks, which will be featuring Kay Thomas as the captain, Alex Gendron, Derek Matos, Tyler Acey, Leo Paradise, and Sam Collier to round off the roster for the 2020 season. The next team up is the Grizzlies, which will be featuring Jack as the captain, Sias, Dax, Ryan, Spencer, and Cole. The next team is the Wizards with Wills the captain, Dylan Lynch, Dennis Smith, Blake Batorsky, Matt Lynch, and Brandon Fairbanks to round off the 2020 roster. The last team is the Islanders with Michael Mita as the captain, Logan Downey, Andrew Connolly, Brandon Sun, Nick Stevens, and Ethan Ringler to round out the 2020 roster for the Islanders. Okay, now that all the rosters and players on each of the teams have been announced, we're going to be going over the two big announcements I promised at the beginning of the video. The first announcement is what teams are going to be in what divisions. So, the first division we're going to be going over is the American League. The American League will feature the Knights, Grizzlies, Wizards, and Panthers. And finally, the National League will feature the Hawks, the Bulldogs, the Sharks, and the Islanders. The next big announcement is the opening day matchup. The first game for the BYWL season will be between the Hawks and the Bulldogs, so Cade's team versus Seamus's team. There will be plenty more little updates about the league, so if you want to stay in touch, please go follow the Instagram. There should be a little graphic right there, so that's our username. So please go follow us. That's very important to stay in touch with the league, and yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you would like, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like down below, and comment down below what team you think is going to be winning the Wiffle Ball World Series this year. Hawks, Bulldogs, Sharks, Islanders, Panthers, Wizards, Grizzlies, or Knights. Comment down below what your favorite team is, too. So, anyway, that's all we have for today. Thank you, and bye.
First pick of the BYWL what? Oh my! With the sixth pick of the BYWL draft. You said it was the sixth. You go six. All right. With the sixth pick of the BYWL. Can I just say who I'm drafting?